It's finally back, ladies and gentlemen. The MLB is here. This episode will be coming to you live Friday evening, but as of today, we are a couple hours away from the Yankees opening pitch. Max Fried on the mound. And as you can see, I got the red colors for my St. John's. Oh, Dylan, my darling, buzzer beater. We're in the Sweet 16. Rick Pitino, is he one of the greatest coaches of all time? We're going to talk about it. I'm going to rank the top 5 teams left in the NCAA tournament. We're going to go over the MLB season. We're going to preview it. It's just me today and Nick behind the cam. What's up, Nick?
What's up?
So sit back, strap in, take a ride with us through the valley, and if all is ready, Nick, flip that switch. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to ValleySportsPod. It is episode 33, and there's only 2 people this episode could be named after. 2 Yankees, the 33rd episode, the Nick Swisher and David Wells edition. First pitch is 2 hours away. We're going to talk about it, don't worry. But first, as you can see, the red background today, St. John's won on a buzzer beater against Kansas, and my team is in the Sweet 16 for the first time in my entire life. As you all know, I graduated from St. John's University, so I finally have something to be excited about during March Madness. Nick, what'd you think of the game the other night?
It was crazy.
Absolutely insane. The team looked great. Pitino is probably going to go down as one of the greatest college coaches in history. This is now his 4th team he's made the Sweet 16 with. And as you just noted right before we started, he is 12-1 in the Sweet 16, which is boosting my confidence through the roof right now because I'm ready for Duke.
I think Duke is fraudulent.
I think Duke is fraudulent every year until they actually win it. But I think people are sick of Duke. As you know, our good friend Thomas is a big UNC fan, and we make fun of him for UNC. But at least we agree on one thing. We both can't stand Duke. I cannot stand Duke. I can't stand their fans. I can't stand their players. J.J. Redick to this day still pisses me off with all of his takes and him as the Lakers coach. But I digress. I am happy we finally got some madness this past weekend. Talk about Iowa with an amazing upset over Florida. What an amazing game. And Texas upset over Gonzaga. Made me look stupid. I had Gonzaga in my Final Four. But the first round was just a disgusting fest of every favorite pretty much dominated except for High Point. So,
I was going to say.
I mean, High Point hung with Arkansas until the very end, and Arkansas pulled through. Arkansas looks very good. But as of right now, before we get going, I'm going to rank the 5 teams out of the Sweet 16 who I think are the 5 best teams. Now, you're going to get a sweet little top 5 and 5, but it's in like 10 seconds or less. Number 5, I got Duke. I'm hating on Duke, but, you know, I still have them as one of the 5 best teams that are left in this tourney. The Boozer twins are great. They smell like a first-round bust, but, I mean, they're great for college basketball. I don't think they're going to be that great in the NBA, but I've been wrong before. Number 4, I got Illinois. Illinois, they play great defense. They're a great team. They push the floor. Very, very scary team. Number 3, I got Houston, another team in my Final Four, another team that is looking for the big one. They've been to two Final Fours in the last 5 years, and they have not been able to get over the top. Can they get over the top? I don't know. Number 2, I got Arizona, the biggest choke artist, the usual choke artist. When will they choke? I don't know. Will they get to the finals? I doubt it. I don't think they go far, but they still look very good. And number 1, of course, the team I picked to win the championship, Michigan. I still think Michigan is the best team left in this tournament. I think Michigan will go all the way, even though they haven't won a championship since, I believe, the 90s, off the top of my head. But they've been there, and they haven't been able to do it all and finish it. I feel like Michigan will finally get it done this year, which is why I picked them. I am also an anti-Michigan guy, but I digress. Have they not won since the Fab Five, Nick? I want to confirm on that. I believe it would be 1993 or 1991. Off the top of my head, but I can't think of that right now. But I'm excited for this weekend. We got a lot of great games, and I'm really hoping St. John's can pull off the upset, and they could beat Duke. Sky's the limit. Get me some Elite Eight action. I mean, if you give me a Final Four appearance, I'll go crazy. I'm so excited.
1989 was the last time they won.
1989. So I was very, very in that area. Early 90s. I know.
They've actually been to the championship game a lot.
Yes. They have been there a lot. They're the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they're the Buffalo Bills of the March Madness.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they've been there a lot. Michigan basketball is very known for choking the big one.
Yeah, it was around the same time as the Bills too. 89, 92, 93.
Fab Five, baby. One of those years was the famous timeout call by Chris Webber when they didn't have any more timeouts.
Who'd they lose to in 2018?
2018, they lost to. 2018 was Villanova, I believe it was, or UConn. I think UConn they lost to.
It was the start of that.
Double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was UConn. Off the top of my head, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not using my notes.
Villanova.
It was Villanova. Okay, yeah. All right, so I was right there. But that's enough college basketball for today. I'm very excited for St. John's this weekend. Let's go, boys. Nick doesn't have his college isn't in the tournament. I mean, they're never in the tournament.
No, I don't even know if they have a basketball team, to be honest.
As I'm stalling here, and we're gonna get the lights going for the Yankees, baby. Are you excited? We are now an hour and 20 minutes away from the Netflix debut of the MLB. I don't even want to know what they're doing. I saw they have Frankenstein's hand for the first pitch. Like, what is that
thing? The hand that crawls on Wednesday Adams' shoulder.
Do they think that some Wednesday fan is going to turn it on and be like, "Oh, let me sit here for 2 hours and watch this game"?
Well, they're basically vomiting Netflix at you because you have them. You have the wrestling guys.
The Usos. Jay Snoozo is going to be there,
and then
goodness,
Bert Kreischer, I believe, has a he has a special.
My goodness.
So he's going to be there too.
And I know that's your favorite comedian.
He's definitely,
he's painfully unfunny sometimes.
He seems like a frat boy to me.
Yeah. I mean, his entire shtick why he got famous is him acting like a frat kid in Russia.
And then they made a movie. Have you ever seen that movie?
I did not see that movie.
It was terrible.
I would not want to go see that movie.
We saw it in theaters, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. I won't be grumpy Nick. And I was like, this. How do you guys find this guy funny?
Yeah, and wasn't Mark Hamill in it as his dad? I saw the trailer.
It was terrible.
Awful.
There was like a few scenes where you snickered at, and that was it.
So one thing before we get into the Yankees, I did notice. So obviously, as you know, if you follow Valley Sports Pod, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. But our most viral TikTok is about Drake May's wife, Aunt May. And I was scared that if they did lose in the playoffs or the Super Bowl, that her comments were going to take a 360 turn and people were going to turn on her.
Have they stayed wholesome?
Lo and behold, I checked the other day and her comment section is still very wholesome. Everyone's very excited for Drake May to come back next season stronger than ever. So congratulations, the internet. For once, you weren't a complete a-hole to someone.
Give it a year. If he wins a Super Bowl, then I think the haters come in.
Oh yeah, the haters will outflood the Patriots fans and the Drake May lovers. But I will still be commenting to make sure you tuck Drake May in and make sure that he gets his daily routine of his sourdough bread. But once again, Max Fried on the mound tonight against Logan Webb. Giants looking like a decent maybe they can sneak into the wild card, but their lineup's not that great. I did see the other day that Judge is almost batting 400 all time against his hometown team.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. Nick, can you give me one team you think is going to surprise everyone and make the playoffs? Because I'll give one right after you, but
I think it might sound stupid, but the Athletics have an exciting young team.
Love the Athletics. Their rotation is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the pitching scares me a little, but I think they're like a fun team that could take off.
Yes, their lineup is. They're one of the few lineups that can score 15 runs in a day. It's actually crazy,
and it's sad because it's going to be in some. It's going to be in Sacramento, and they're not even going to have a name.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I'm still annoyed that they're becoming the Vegas Athletics. It's just dumb.
And the NBA is getting a Vegas team too.
Really? This is breaking news to me, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA is getting a Vegas team.
Silver said they're announcing expansion and they're looking for Seattle and Vegas hosts.
Can this guy do anything besides make the league worse? It's genuinely amazing. This guy is so good at doing the wrong thing. I mean, great on you. You're bringing back a Seattle team because they do deserve basketball.
Yeah, you took it away from them.
But how are you going to expand this league when you actively have like 10 plus teams tanking? What is going to happen then?
He said he's going to have a plan to fix that too.
Oh, okay. I can't wait for that plan.
I did not read it. I just read the quotation.
He's gonna have a tournament for the draft order, which is then gonna have another tournament.
Well, you want to know what he's gonna do? He's gonna mess up the expansion draft badly.
100%.
He's either gonna make them so they don't get any good players or remain non-competitive, or he's gonna overpower them badly.
He might pull a Vegas Knights and give them the best team in the league.
Like you're not gonna be able to keep stars, and they're gonna get like the cream of the crop.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have no confidence that these teams will be done right. But whatever, enough NBA rant. That's my NBA rant for today. When Timmy comes back next week, we'll talk about the Knicks. Yeah. Today is all baseball. Baseball. And my biggest surprise of the year, I love this bet. Love it a lot. As of right now, the Pittsburgh Pirates to win 84.5 games is plus 400 on DraftKings. I put money on it. This is your George, go take that gamble. I love that. If their rotation holds up, their lineup's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, you're telling me Paul Skeens is automatic. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the league.
You told me to name my Cy Youngs. I'm giving it to him again. He's just that good.
I can't. That's the problem. It's like this is one of those years where how can you, the big four awards, NL, AL MVP, NL, AL Cy Young. You know what they say? You take a shot at the king, you gotta come swinging. Who's gonna beat out Judge? Who's gonna beat out Ohtani? Who's gonna beat out Skubal? And who's gonna beat out Skeens? I think Skubal is the most odds out of all four of them to not win it again. But I can't see Judge, Ohtani, and Skeens not winning it back to back.
I said Ohtani. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anyone that will like outdo Judge. Like
exactly
all around.
Maybe Vlad. But Vlad would have to have the Triple Crown just to win it.
Yeah, Vlad, he hit well last year. I guess the home run numbers would need to be up.
I mean, I took Junior Caminero in the second round. Do I think he's going to win AL MVP? Absolutely not. But he's going to be a fantastic player.
I genuinely don't see, if Ohtani is healthy all year, I don't see anyone out hitting him. He's that good.
It's a weird year where it's just 3 out of the 4 big awards are guarantees, unless God forbid something happens.
Garrett Crochet might have a say.
I could see it, but is Boston going to be good this year? I don't know.
That's the thing. He'll be good. I don't know if Boston will be good.
I think Roman Anthony's a stud.
He is.
I've liked Sonny Gray, but the problem is he was a little bit of
iffy.
No, not even that. He was the I guess he's not a victim of Babbitt. He was a proprietor of Babbitt. He had a lot of lucky outs, is what I'm trying to say. His expected ERA was higher than it was.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I think this year's gonna have a little bit of down year, which is why I avoided him like the plague in my draft this year. But the only person I could think of in the NL to match with Skeens is you got to go out of nowhere. Maybe Freddie Peralta gets a 2.8 ERA on the Mets and wins 15 games with that ballpark.
Yeah.
But it's like AL, I like someone on the Mariners. Give me Brian Wu to maybe.
I was gonna say that George Kirby has the stuff, but I don't know if he'll ever put it together.
I took him in fantasy. He fell a little bit, but I love George Kirby.
Me too. I think he's good.
My thing is with him is he would rather give up a bomb than throw a ball. That's his issue. This guy is so
like he just goes after it.
He's like Greg Maddux, but
not as good.
No, yeah, he's very good, but he's he just doesn't throw balls. He refuses to throw balls. He's so good at getting in the box that it's to his detriment sometimes. Yeah. Oh my God. But I'm excited for the Yankees. I got 3 things that I need to happen this year. Number 1, I'm really hoping Ben Rice steps up, plays at an all-star level or better. He was again a victim of the expected average and all that bullshit. Yeah. He had unlucky outs, the unluckiest hitter in the league. So this year, are you going to put it together? I freaking hope so.
I think it'd be a nice platoon if he takes 75-80%, and then Goldschmidt is a nice mentor back there,
and he goes in at catcher when he doesn't need it, or he plays DH. But another one, Cam Schlittler. I know we like to make fun of. He only started 12 games for the Yankees. Nolan McLean only started 7 games for the Mets. Do we know what these guys are going to be? I really, 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 really hope I'm wrong. I'm right. Excuse me. I really hope I'm right. I hope Cam Schlittler is at worst our third best starter because we still have Rodon, Fried, and Cole. But he's another X factor. We really need you to pitch to under at least like a 3.8, at least under a 3.8, right? Is that too much to ask? I'm not asking for prime Garrett Cole here. It's your second year. Maybe you'll have a little bit of a sophomore slump. Give me a 3.7, 3.8 with a solid whip, maybe like $180 strikeouts. He's not going to give me 250 like Cole, but you're going to have run support on the Yankees. Give me at least 10 wins. Is that too much to ask? No. And my third X factor is, Aaron, I love you. You're my favorite player in all of sports, but genuinely, I could give two shits if you hit 75 home runs this year. Do it in the playoffs. I know you did. You had a great average last year, but you kind of didn't make an impact. Come at me, Yankee fans. I'm sorry. Vlad made impact hits. Did Aaron Judge make one impact hit outside of the one home run he had against the Blue Jays in that one game? No. Vlad, you can count on your finger how many big hits he had. The amount of grand slams and home runs and doubles. Oh, my goodness. That guy was absolutely raking. Always rakes whenever he needs it. Judge, we need stuff like that. That's what we need. We don't need singles where the next guy comes out and strikes out. We need home runs.
I feel like last year it was a good sign that his strikeout rate wasn't like 50, whatever it was in the postseason the year before.
Yes.
So that's a good sign. But like you said, you actually have to if you're the big guy, you have to be the big guy when it matters.
And the problem with his playoff performance is that he would miss pitches that he would
smash in the
regular season. It just made no sense.
He'd miss pitches, or he would swing at stuff he would never chase in the regular season.
Not, yeah.
His eye is unbelievable in the regular season.
Yes,
then
yes.
It has to be a mental thing. There's nothing. I mean, he had his arm thing, but it seemed fine by the time. It has to be a mental thing.
It has to be a mental thing. Maybe it's now that he saw the ball hit the ground, as in like singles and stuff that. He saw that home run that he had against the Blue Jays in Game 3. Now he's like, okay, now I understand. Maybe it's like I understand it now. Like lethal shooter.
I think
it took you too long, but
I think with age, hopefully it comes like wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, Barry Bonds was known as a big playoff choker in his early years. The Pirates, he choked a lot. He did not ever show up, and people like to throw it on the rug because everyone knows about his 2002 World Series where he was pretty much batting 700, and they still lost in 7 games. But people forget Barry Bonds was horrific in the playoffs during the Pirate years and known as a playoff choker.
So is A-Rod.
A-Rod, too.
Yeah.
If A-Rod didn't have his 2009, I mean, look what happens when he did his thing. We won the World Series. If he did that at least one more time, they'd have another ring.
So one of my biggest things with the Yankees, more than anything, and I guess it's something you can't really control, is health.
Yes.
They need to be healthy. Like every year there's some massive injury that costs them time and spots.
100%.
Last year was Cole right off the bat. You lose him the whole season. I want them to ease him in as much as possible. There's no need to,
especially if they're winning early. There's no reason if they're getting towards the end of May and he's getting ready and they're first in the AL by like 4 games. There's no reason to rush him back. Give him till the middle of June. Who cares? Because look at what the Dodgers did with Blake Snell. They did not rush him. They took his time. Guy came back in September, was lights out for 2 months straight.
I also have a bone to pick, and I mentioned it with Cash. You were right about the Cashman and the prospects.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
The biggest example is you don't even have enough starters for a rotation to start the season, and Heel is not in the rotation somehow.
Yes.
Like, I know he had a rough preseason. He had like one really bad outing, but like, you're telling me you can't give him a shot as a 5th starter?
It looks so bad because before last season started, Gil was a hot commodity that teams were trying to trade for.
And they were saying no, right?
Yes.
They were like, we'll include everyone but Heel.
And now, how bad does it look where you can't even include him as a 5th starter when you got teams like the Orioles start having Dean Kremer in their freaking rotation?
Yeah. George brings this up a lot, and he's right. I mean, I'm sure so do most Yankee fans. The Yankees are not rebuilding, so you need to put all your chips on the table, but they won't. They won't put the best prospects at their highest value on the table, and then instead of So you assume like, oh, we're going to use those elite prospects for our future, or they're going to plug into the lineup, and they don't do that either. They spend the time in the minors, or
Exactly.
they get platooned with some veteran that we shouldn't have
Like,
signed.
like this might be a harsh take. I don't care if I see Spencer Jones home running 4 straight games in the minor leagues. Either A, do it in the
Call him
majors,
up, yeah.
or B, trade him for something that's worth value.
The thing is, like,
You're telling me you couldn't have went out there and traded Spencer Jones, Gill, and something else for Freddie Peralta? You're telling me they couldn't do that?
they could. They just don't want to.
I just don't understand. What's the point of holding these guys? You got Bellinger back.
They hold these guys, and then the people that play over them, we have Randall Grichuk made the team.
Yep.
And Trent Grisham is getting paid $22 million.
Oh my God.
I hate that contract so much.
Trent Grisham will haunt us.
It's going to be a disaster.
It's going to be Aaron Hicks 2.0. It's going to be Aaron Hicks 2.0.
He's going to be batting like 200, strike out a ton, and unless he hits a home run, he's not going to do anything.
100%. And it's not like he's a plus fielder. It's not like we got Byron Buxton in center, and last year he had his best year ever. We got Trent Grisham, who's above. He's a good fielder.
I think.
Am I going to give him a diamond fielding like an MLB The Show? Absolutely not. But I don't know. And he's not even like a terror on the base paths. Like, are you telling me
I would, and the thing is, like, I thought this was going to be the season where Dominguez gets a chance at a full spot, and he's in the minors. He's not even on the team.
Exactly, and that's also the problem. It's like, okay, he's the worst fielder in history. Oh, let me see this guy that can hit the ball 500 feet. Oh, he can't hit against lefties. Oh, okay. Then what in the God's creation are we holding him for all this time?
And he has like a bunch of tools that the Yankees, quite frankly, need, like the base running, stuff like that. He's like, just how about you work on his defense or work on his switch hit or tell him to hit one way?
It doesn't make sense to me because it's
and now that he's in the minors, his value is just going to go down because they're going to be like, well, he's not even playing.
Well, I'll give you an example because, like, I think if you can't even play the outfield in the MLB, I think you're way too far gone. Because defensively, at least,
even Stanton could still play the outfield once in a while.
I mean, he can barely run. Yeah. maybe 2 years ago. But I bring up the example of Tatis, who was below average, probably even borderline horrific shortstop. But the guy had a cannon of an arm. They're like, all right, let's throw him in the outfield. And all of a sudden, he's a freaking platinum glover in the outfield. If you can't transition to the outfield in the MLB, I mean, what use do you have? I mean. And now we can't use him at DH. So they should have saw, oh, this guy's horrific at fielding, but people still want him. Trade him. But now it's too far. It's too far gone. He can't even make the team. I think he's worthless now. What the hell are we going to get for him?
He's only getting old. That's the other thing with Heel. He's like 28 now.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like 24. Yeah. Like,
oh my God. It's disgusting. And I don't even want to hear Yankees fans giving me this whole bullshit of like Skeens will be a Yankee in a couple of years. I just want now. I want now. I just want wins now. I want World Series.
You can't depend on who might be a free agent or who might be available.
Exactly.
You got to like use what you have. Like, you want to know how you make people available? You trade your prospects when you're a contender.
Yeah, and that's what the Dodgers do every time. And it's never, ever in the history of the world come back to bite them.
The Yankees have... I don't know about in recent history, they've never done like a full rebuild to where they should be afraid to trade a few prospects.
Genuinely, can you name one time the Dodgers traded away a prospect that came back to bite them? I can't. Maybe Yordan Alvarez. Wow, that's it. That's one guy they traded away that turned into an MVP type player.
Yeah, like even look at the Mookie Betts trade. Everyone was like, well, Verdugo isn't even in the league.
Jeter, Downs, like, yeah, exactly. Verdugo was a very good defensive outfielder, but horrific batter for the Yankees in the World Series.
The thing with prospects is why you trade them while they're high is because they don't always pan out. If you get a star, you know what you're getting.
Look at the Padres. They did it perfect. They traded DeVry, who's the number one prospect in baseball. We don't even know what he's going to be in a couple of years. And they got this guy that hasn't given up a hit since September of last year. Guys who are 0 for 55 against him. You get this guy in the bullpen who's a guarantee, and you have him under a rookie deal still. And they're probably going to sign him to a big deal because he's going to be the best closer in baseball for the next 5-10 years. And I'm talking about Mason Miller because the guy's insane. And it's worth it to trade DeVry because you already have the good team. You get the stuff you need to put it all together. couple years ago when they're holding and hoarding all these prospects, even back in like 2019 or 2020. If you beefed up the rotation, they probably would have went to the World Series and played the Nationals. Instead, we're putting out.
All right, I don't know what just happened. I was ranting hard, but as I was saying, I'm going to pick back up right where I was. Back in 2019 when we had a very good lineup and all this stuff, but our rotation could use some work. Our best pitcher was James Paxton, and we didn't have Cole yet. We're trotting out Jay Happ into the freaking into the ALCS against the Astros. You're telling me we couldn't have traded like Dominguez or all these guys? I understand the future, but you have the team ready. We're called the baby bombers with all this bull crap, and you just wasted it because now, what is this? 7 years later, what is Dominguez doing for us? What is freaking Miguel Andujar doing for us? Nothing. Torres is gone. All these guys that we all hyped up, all these prospects. Clint Frazier, another great one. I was just about the guy who's the guy who's sitting in the bleachers during the freaking wild card. God.
So he's still with them.
Yeah, he's still with us in spirit.
It's just there are certain things where I just don't get what they're doing.
It's I think it's just
And like I'm excited for the season because I know they're gonna have a chance to win a ring, but will they do the right things to get a ring is really the $1 million question.
So I feel like I can't even think of the last time they went all in at a trade deadline because they have made great signings. Rodon, great signing. Fried, great signing. Cole, absolutely Hall of Fame, 10 out of 10, amazing signing. Outside of the signings, we haven't made amazing trades. We haven't. I mean, the Rizzo deal was good for a little bit. Rizzo was a great team player, but until that concussion that happened,
I think that deadline were kind of close. They once they've gone all in, but
yeah,
some of them didn't work out. Like
yes.
Montas.
Oh, yep. Montas was terrible. Gallo was awful. But it's like you do stuff like that. What did they really give up in those trades?
Nothing important.
Nothing important. Nothing that came back to bite them. And you can't even. I can seriously doubt. You can go back to probably 1980, whatever. You can't name me, besides Jay Buhner in the 90s, the last time the Yankees traded a prospect that came back around and bit them in the ass. I can't. Someone they traded away that went to another team and became insane, and they were one of their top prospects that they traded away. Jay Buhner is the only one I know because of Seinfeld, and also because I know it's a main thing. But I can't name one.
I don't think they're in a position to like hold on to prospects.
No, it's not worth it. It doesn't work. These teams that hold on to prospects are teams that aren't built to win through free agency. The Brewers, for example, who just let their top ace go away because they have to build through the draft and build through the forgetting the word, the foreign international pool. Yes. So what is the point of holding these prospects? There's nothing. There's nothing.
I agree. I'm just like, unless one of them is MLB ready and you're putting them in the lineup every day, which they're not. They're not.
I mean, again, another example. I took him a little bit. He fell to me like the 14th round, but Jackson Holiday. They hyped this guy up to be the next big thing, and he's done jack diddly shit. Adley Rutschman, one of my favorite players outside of the Yankees, had an MVP type year in 2022. Since then, he's fell off the face of the earth. He's done nothing. Maybe this year he has to bounce back, but still, these prospects don't always pan out. Sometimes it's better to trade them at the highest value to get guys you already know that's good.
Especially like last year, they needed a bullpen, and they went out and got Bednar was good, but Jake Bird ended up in the minors. That was pretty much it, right? Yeah. They got Duvall, who has good stuff.
I like Duvall.
Yeah, like you got to address it, but like other years, they kind of like half-assed it and kind of like got these like, oh, maybe they'll work out, kind of like Mark Leiter.
Awful.
Like, that was your addition?
No.
Oh yeah, like the analytics could say certain things, but like you just know when a guy can throw the ball.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's another thing that I was going to bring up is that the problem with the Yankees right now is the division's getting better year after year.
Yeah. To be honest, like the Orioles could very well bounce back.
Oh my God, 100%.
Especially their pitching
And their
better.
offense is insane. Their offense is scary.
So like, don't take that last year of them sucking for granted.
100%.
The Blue Jays are still going to be good without.
Even without Bichette, and they added Cease.
Yeah.
Cease is a phenomenal pitcher, and it's an even year, so you know he's gonna have a Cy Young type year. So you still got Vlad. That Ernie Clement, I don't think is a fluke. They still got a solid lineup. Are they gonna make it to the World Series? Absolutely freaking not. But then the Red Sox are still gonna bounce back and do fine. And the Rays, the Rays always find a way to do something. Even after a down year, they always find a way to come back and bite us in the ass. Yes, that too. That last year they were playing in a shit stadium where a lot of their pitchers got screwed over by that stadium. So now they got McClanahan coming back. All the teams in the AL East seem like they're getting better, while the Yankees kind of just stayed the same and they flatline. I don't know, Nick. I'm hoping tonight. I mean, I got Logan Webb starting in fantasy, but I'm hoping tonight something they make me look good. But then again, last year they dropped 20 runs in the third game of the year, and they still disappointed us hot suckers. So
yeah, like well, they started off hot and then they did this
per usual. I'll tell you this. I don't give a shit what the hell they do in the first 2 months. Show me that you can actually give me a good June and July, and then I'll actually believe you're a good team.
I'd almost rather them start off
mid, and then get hot in June and July.
Yeah, and like went down a stretch, all of a sudden they're playing good baseball instead of starting off hot and then all of a sudden they can't hit a ball.
And then limp into the playoffs. Exactly. It's the same shit.
Literally, that summer slump cost them the AL East, which probably hurt their chances.
There was 3 or 4 games against the Blue Jays. They had leads going to like the 6th inning. They blew them every single time. It was disgusting, and they had no business losing that division last year. Would they have won the ALDS against them? Maybe the Blue Jays wouldn't have even got past the wild card. Who knows? There's always the if.
You have like a 10.5 game lead.
Yes.
Oh
yeah. But once again, I think Pirates will surprise a lot of people. That division, I think, is pretty dog shit. Cubs probably will be solid, but other than that, no one really scares me. Dodgers are still the best team in the league, and any rankings that has the Mets in the top 3 is blasphemy. You can call me Mr. Mets hater. I don't think they're that great. I think Peralta's elite, Soto's elite, McLean, we'll see what he does. Other than that, Bo Bichette, he's never really a world beater. He's a solid ball player.
I feel like on paper they're a good team, I would say, but like in practice, like how things go.
Exactly. Like at the end of the day, the Mets are gonna Met. And you can call me a hater. It's just what I watch. I watched it happen last year. You thought 2007 was bad? Go rewatch last year. That was worse.
So who do you think is you said the 2 most important Yankees or 2 most?
I'd say Rice and Schlittler. If those 2 have elite seasons, this team's gonna run away with this division. I think.
So I'm gonna go a little outside the box here. Austin Wells, I think, needs to take another step.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Especially if he's your regular catcher.
100%.
You hype him up and all this stuff, and like he keeps batting.
He's another prospect.
Yeah, and I know he can hit, and like he's gotten better at the defensive side of the game. But
yeah, and we've seen what he can do.
Yeah.
He's had weeks of like batting like a top catcher.
But he can't finish the season batting like 208.
No, absolutely not.
And
I don't want anyone in the lineup batting under 240 unless they have like 50 homers like freaking Cal Raleigh, or 60, excuse me.
Another guy I think is under the radar important is McMahon at third.
Yes.
He's very good defensively, but I think his bat will do more this year now that he's settled in.
Oh, 100%. I think he's got the I'm away from Coors enough that I now have this stadium in my blood. Sounds weird, whatever, but I think he'll be a nice addition to this team. Oh, excuse me. Always been a fan of his. Solid, very underrated player who looks worse than he actually is because of how great he is defensively.
And 2 people I honestly could just live without is the Anthony Volpe. I'm giving up on that.
Another prospect. We went crazy about these prospects. Another one that we hyped up. The next cheater. We could have sold him on the market as the next cheater. It would have been highway robbery.
Well, I don't know what's going to frustrate me if Caballero starts off the season good, and when Volpe gets healthy, they still decide to throw him in.
I'm starting Caballero tonight. I think he's going to be very.
I think Caballero's tools are better, and he knows
He
what
could be. He could be like a slightly worse deep 2019 LeMahieu. He'll play everywhere and give you probably steal your bases. He could play any position in the infield, which is such a great tool to have.
That we always talk about this. The Yankees don't need home run hitters anymore.
No,
they have those guys.
no.
What is Stanton good for if he's not good for home runs?
Exactly. What is he good for? Hitting a 115 mile per hour single. Like
at this point, they're just salvaging him because he can bring some runs in.
Now, one more thing before we wrap it up. I will never forgive the Yankees for what they did holding Volpe just so they can miss out on the big shortstop year where all these shortstops like Seager and Correa and Baez were all free agents just to keep Volpe. And I was such a big Seager guy, and I really wish to this day that they went out and got Seager and just traded Volpe away for another pitcher. I think that would have worked out so much better. But, I guess I'm the idiot.
Well, Volpe and Grisham are my two biggest gripes with this team.
Yeah.
And Volpe, they're just going to use the excuse that he was hurt all last year.
Yeah.
And now he's magically going to put everything together.
Yeah.
He's shown no sign.
We'll never, no. I don't think I've ever seen a stretch of Volpe actually playing well.
And Grisham, we literally paid for a career year. That's all we paid for.
And that's something we're supposed to be smarter than.
And people give Hal shit for not paying for the team or whatever. Like, you can criticize him for not spending as much as the Dodgers, but no one's going to spend as much as the Dodgers. But you're spending on Stanton and you're spending on Grisham, who are unfathomably. I love Stanton, but he's a terrible contract.
I literally said to this day, when Grisham, I didn't think we were going to resign him. I said that is
one of the Mets.
I said that's the most pirate signing in history or something like that, where they think they're getting him on a deal, but they're paying him like $17 million a year.
But we did it.
We did it. We got him for $20 million.
22. Like, how much are we paying Bellinger? 31.
30-ish. 30. He wanted 40, which is
Look, I'm not. Whatever, I'm glad he got a tag, and I like Bellinger, even if we overpaid him a little.
Yeah.
But the Grisham one is the kind that kills your team.
Well, I will say the only thing that actually makes me happy about Bellinger is that wherever he's playing is locked up, as in defensively.
He's fine. I'm fine with him on the roster.
Yeah, we're guaranteed 2 parts of the outfield. No ball will be ever in any 50-50 ball will be caught.
The problem with Grisham is that you're paying him like he's like a constant 30 home run hitter based on one season.
Yeah.
And that was the first season he was even a regular. And
yes,
the underlying numbers are concerning.
And he's another guy that was a top prospect.
Yeah, and I know Yankee fans, probably some of them think he's great, whatever, but I don't know how people feel about him. Honestly.
And another great example, I mean, it didn't work out, but at least they made the NLCS. The Padres went all in with the Soto deal, and look at all the prospects they gave up. None of them are good right now. What is James Wood had a horrific second half last year. Mackenzie Gore is a bum and now on the Rangers, who could bounce back. I know I called him a bum, but still, CJ Abrams, what is he doing? He's a below average shortstop. So it's like this whole hoarding prospect does not work. Again, why do you think the Dodgers keep winning rings? End of story, whatever. Make sure to check out Timmy's deep dive. We'll be out this weekend, Saturday. And it's a player that most people that I guess grew up in the 2010s don't really know about, because he did retire way before any of the big time Steph Curry, all that stuff came out. Brandon Roy, and if you know who he is, great. Timmy does a whole deep dive on him. Nick, did you know who he was before Timmy's video?
Before I started reading about him.
Yeah. He was fantastic player. I remember where I was when I got the notification. I was on the Italian trip in middle school and
Little Italy.
Yeah, to Little Italy, and yelled, "Yo, Brandon Roy just retired." And I was like, "The hell?" It was 2012. Just sitting in the bus, and that's how I found out Brandon Roy retired. And he had a great career. And Timmy goes into it, deep dive, and it's going to be out this weekend after this episode. This one will be out Friday afternoon, I'm hoping, but we're going to have some clips tonight. And Yankees-Giants tonight. Baseball is here, ladies and gentlemen. So, till next time, and there will be that next time, this is George from ValleySportsPod giving you 189 Dive. That's a wrap. Episode 33, the Swisher Wells edition. Nick, any last words before the season officially starts in 30 minutes?
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
We're just, I know it's heavily sound critical, but we actually really want this team to win.
I feel like that guy where I'm going to be like drive for 28, but it's like drive for 28. It's like I've said this every year since 2017, and please just get Judge one ring in his career, please.
I mean, we do it out of love.
I know, and you people would probably think I hate Judge. He's my favorite player in all of sports. Okay, I'm harshest on my favorite players, but Nick, flip that switch.